Okay, so for the chin up, you're going to continue going with the chin ups, trying to push up. We want to get up there towards the 10 rep range eventually. So you're getting up there and you're doing your recommended reps. When you get to your fatigue point, I want you to straighten your arms, hang, and just hold that hang position for anything from 10 seconds upwards to 30 seconds of hanging, just in that position. And that's what we're going to do for the progression of this one. Okay, so you can see I've got these heel raise blocks here. You don't have to have fancy heel raise blocks. You can just roll your roller up, but as long as your ankle is raised up, that's going to allow you to sit down into this squat pattern. So you see when I'm sitting into that squat pattern, my butt is touching my ankles, yeah? And then from here, you wedge your elbows in your knees, so your legs are a little wider apart, and you've got this position here, you've your elbows pushing your knees out. And then from here, we're going to go Zercher squats. We're going to push the bum back, and then you're going to sink the bum down. Now look at my lower back when I go into this movement. The goal is to try keep your lumbar in extension, not flexing the lumbar, but keeping your booty sticking out. So you've got your booty sticking out, sinking down, stick your booty out, hold it, 1, 2, 3, sink down, hold it, 1, 2, 3, up, 2, 2, 3, and what you'll find, there's a constant load through the quads on this one. So it's a really good mobility through the legs, and you're going to go anything from 1 upwards to 2 minutes of this movement. Should burn the thighs big time. For the handstand, yeah? Okay, so for the wrist routine, we're going to have the hands facing back, locking the elbows, lean back into it, hold the stretch for 5, and then you do 5 like that. Then you turn your hands forward, lock your elbows, push up through your shoulders, peel your palms up for 5, repeat that for 5 reps. And then you're going to reverse wrist press, fists on the ground, roll the fists out, hold that for 5, come up, repeat that for 5. From there, you're going to lock your elbows and roll your wrists in a circular motion in one direction. 10 reps in one direction, keep your elbows locked. 10 reps in the other direction. And then you'll go to wrist flexors, extenders, extending your hands open. And then we'll go wrist extensors, extending your hands open, 10 on each one of that one. Okay, so we're going to go back to wall, kicking up into the wall. We're going to go about an elbow's distance away from the wall. So you've got your hands in that lined position. And you kick up. Once you're up there, get your hips to be over your shoulders. Bring one leg off. Push up through your shoulders and try swap in mid-flight. Push up. Swap. Push up. Swap. Try keep your hips over your shoulder. If you feel like you falling back that way all the time, what it means is the hips are not stacking over your shoulders. So that's your cue to get your hips closer to the wall. Trying to build it up to 10 scissors kicks. Okay, so with your back foot elevated, you're going to bring the front foot a lot closer to the back foot. So you see how I'm using a stick. Hold on, I'm going to do that again and video it from here. Okay, so with your back foot elevated up onto the little couch that you've got, you're going to bring your front leg a little closer. So you'll see here, when I come down, and I'm using the stick for stability, when I come down, the back knee is literally just behind the ankle. So what that's going to do, it's going to turn it into quite a lot more quad dominant movement and up. And that's how we're going to progress that one. So you're looking at about a minute on each leg. Okay, so for this skin the cat, what we're going to do to progress it is try not put the feet on the ground at the back. So you're going to have to build up the strength. So the eventual goal is to come all the way down and almost be able to touch your feet on the ground and then bring yourself back up again, all the way to the front, obviously. But what you're going to do to start off the progression, start adapting to it, you see you're going to bring your hips just past your legs and then you start building up the range of motion. When you feel comfortable with that, then you can start exploring and bringing your hips down a little bit more. And as you become better and better and better, your hips will be able to lower further and further down. And it's just going to take a couple of sessions for you to start adapting. When you bring yourself out to the front, you can reset, abs on, and then do it again. So maybe it may be a good idea to like do one, come out to the front, give it a rest. So come up, stand up, shake it off for about 10 breaths or so, or 10 seconds, and then go back in, because it's got a lot more intense. So yeah, you can just build it up like that, and you can do any. Okay, so for the ring dips, what we're going to do is have the rings quite low down. So when you come up to the top position, you see I'm lifting up onto my tippy toes, and I'm pushing down through the shoulder and really trying to press the tippy toes up so they're like super light. And then you're going to travel forward and down with your knees. Feel that big stretch in your shoulders, and then press up, lock your shoulder blades apart, round your upper back out, lift up onto your tippy toes. 1, 2, 3. Control all the way down, knees forward. Feel the big stretch in your chest. Drive it up, lock out those shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3. So you're going to do anything from 6 upwards to 10 repetitions of that one. Okay, so you can see I've got the little booty band set up around my knees, and you're going to hang down. Your shoulders are going to be activated. You see how I pull my shoulder blades down, so that we call that the depression. That's an elevation of the shoulders, them hanging in your ears. We don't want that. We want the shoulders, scapula pulling down. And then you're going to scoop your pelvis up and under. When you scoop your pelvis up and under, simultaneously keeping the shoulder blades together, scoop the pelvis under. 1, 2, 3. When you lower your hips down, you see I'm keeping my shoulder blades activated. So what we're doing here is we're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. We got the booty working, we got the shoulder girdle working, and butt and shoulders working simultaneously. At all times, it's really important that you keep those shoulder blades pulled down. So pull down when you're vertical, and pull back when you're horizontal. And really scoop the pelvis up and under for the hip thrust to make the glutes turn on more. Okay, so for the abdominal flexors, we're going to pull the shoulders up, pull the head up off the ground. So the only thing that's on the ground is that lower back. And then from here, you're going to extend out, squeeze your lower abs flat so your lower back is flat into the ground. Hold the scoop. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back in again. Scoop it up. 2, 2, 3. Bring it back in again. So you're going to do anything from 60 seconds up to 90 seconds of extending out. 3-second pause at each position. Okay, so to work the posterior part of the shoulders, the back of the shoulders, you're laying on your belly, and you're going to squeeze your butt cheeks and brace your abs, because we don't want the lower back hyperextending like that. So by squeezing the bum, pulling the lower abs up and tight, you can't hyperextend your back. You're going to chuck your chin under, and you're going to lift your elbows up, squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs, push your arms up over your head, lift your arms up as high as you can, and then bring your arms back, keeping your elbows pulling up as high up off the floor as you can tolerate. And again, you're going to do anything from a 60 to 90 second